foundation inspection. We're starting at the rear left elevation. Now immediately here we got the grade is too high. See, it's up in contact with the brickwork. It's going to allow moisture into the building. It's got to be raked back. You want a gap of 4 inches or more between the grade and the foundation itself. Yeah, we've got ants' nest up here, so going up into the building. More issues with the grade being high. Rake it back, lower it, and it will be fine. It's a long-term issue. You leave the grade high for a long while, then dampness continue to get in, and then you get the problem. So we're now at the right-hand elevation, still on the inspection of the foundation. Now at the left hand front of the elevation, still looking at grade and the foundation. This is the grade inspection. We've got good slope away from the building at the left hand elevation. Grade at the front is good, sloping away from the building. Downpipes emptying away from the foundation, which is good news. We're now at the right elevation, and grade is looking good. Fence has been put in. There's work on an existing fence at the top here. Grade at the front is good. It's sloping away, as you can see here. I'm going to drain. Flat work is also graded to take the water away. And then finally, left hand elevation, all the grading is looking good, so grading good. Starting the roof system inspection, we're looking at the soffits and the soffit vents. That's 15 soffit vents, so we've got adequate soffit ventilation and no issues from the ground at the moment. We're now going to go and put a camera at elevation above us, see what we can see. This is the attic inspection. And we have a Romex cable running unprotected over the service boards. That's got to be covered. There's the gas supply lines. We'll come up and check those for leaks in a bit. Although it's not leaking, I can't smell anything. The exterior wall inspection. We're looking at the garage here. We've got a keystone here, and if you look carefully above that keystone, you'll see there's a crack running vertically up the wall to the window, and that's due really to settlement of the building over the top of the lintel, the steel lintel here. There's missing weep holes from above this lintel. They're there to, or they should be there, to prevent water sitting on the top of the lintel when it dries out. If it sits on the top, it rusts it, and that can cause a problem in itself. We'll just look at the front elevation, see if we can see any cracks. Here we have crack running down from the window here, running down to the base, to the foundation. That indicates that we do have some settlement in this building, and we're losing mortar from the keystone up here as the building settles. Again, there's missing weep holes from over the steel lintels. Let's have a look at the window on the left hand elevation. Yeah, here we go. We have a crack there. We have very poor caulking on most of the windows. Yeah, and we have cracks here over the top of this keystone. running up. It runs up to the window above it. Now these are common, they're cosmetic at the moment, and it indicates that the grade around the perimeter of the building is drying out and is causing it to separate. I'll explain more about that in the report. Going to the left-hand elevation. Failing caulking here. We have a broken and damaged vent here. The roses are broken in. We have rotting trim around the window here. Now what that indicates with that rot there is water's getting in around the sides here. That needs to be investigated. I think there's a water leak in the wall system. The water runs down, the flashing takes it away from the top and then brings it down, and it settles here. You can clearly see how that board has rotted. Okay, we're at the rear elevation now, and you can see that we have a crack here. This is a differential settlement crack. We've got settlement in the building now, found it on 3 positions. See how the boards here are separating. There's no crack running down to the foundation yet, but that is definitely a crack there. We're moving now to the right elevation of the building. Got the expansion gap here opening up. This is incorrect installation of a fireplace. You can see here we have a tiled surround, yet in front of it we have a wooden floor. Now wood, by its nature, is combustible, and there is a possibility that cinders can come out of the fire and onto this floor unattended. That could lead to a house fire. So this has got to be corrected. I'll put in the report what you have to do to make this fireplace safe to use. This is your gas point. It doesn't have logs, it just has an igniter. And we're just going to look inside the interior of ceramic firebox. Let's take some photographs. I was just heating up the oven, and I got a smell of combustion gases. Now I've used gas ovens, and you don't normally get such a strong smell. So I've got out my gas detector and I've run it along the door. So just notice how that went up. Okay. Now this is without the gas on. Let's turn the gas on. The gas is on now. You can hear it lighting. It's ignited. Now let's see what happens. Okay, what we're picking up is the products of combustion. Some of those products of combustion could include carbon monoxide. So I recommend that this actual unit here is serviced and checked for correct burn before you move in, because carbon monoxide is known as a silent killer. This is the service panel. We've got an opening in the service panel here. Animals are getting in. It's got to be blocked off. This is damaged. It's coming through. It should be a grommet holding it in place, and it's not. We've got a grounding bar. No, there's no grounding bar, but there's nothing to indicate that we have a... Well, what have we got here? Yes, we've got a ground here, so that's good. Everything's fine. This is the furnace inspection. We can see actually there's some dings on the side here, on both of them. Other than that, they're in good condition. I've not run them because, as you'll find in the report, it's below 60 degrees and you can't run these units below that. Well, the door on the dishwasher doesn't close. The problem is here, this lock mechanism. When I push the door up, it collides with it, so I can't test the dishwasher. The dishwasher is not working. Oh, and that was the disposal unit. And the disposal unit is plugged in, but it's not working. Got it. The disposal is working, that's good. Got hot water coming through. Cold water. Dishwasher doesn't have an anti-siphon device. Had one, see it down there, it's been removed. People do the strangest of things. This is a sink hot water supply. You can see it's coming out super hot. Don't put your hands under there, it'll scald you. Let's move into the guest bathroom. Good. Got water coming through the boat. We have hot water. Let's go to the other bathrooms. See if we have lift off. Do we have hot water? Let's start with the master. Hot water yet. It's probably got quite a way to cut. There's hot water at the top, that's good. Hot water at that sink. Hot water at that sink. shower, hot water. And we have a gas tops, we have a lavatory here. Okay, guest bathroom. Here we are at the guest. Right. There's a water leak somewhere around this toilet. I lifted the lid off and water came pouring out. Stop hot water there. Oops. Shower works. Okay, the water came from the lid, this lid. Yep, there's a hole. Water's getting into this lid. When you lift it off, it falls down onto the floor. Okay, the sink stopper's open, but the water's not draining, so we've got a slow drain at the guest bathroom. Okay, we have a small gas leak at the controller. Basically what needs to happen is that controller needs to be swapped out, put a new one in. Well, we don't seem to have a GFCI for this unit. No. There's no GFCI and there's no access. Unless there's an access in here. No. No access to it, and apparently no GFCI. This is zone 1. Goes around the flower beds, around the pool. This is zone 2. Right round the back of the back fence. Zone 2, 3. Okay, zone 3 is the right hand side yard. Zone 4. Front yard. Zone 5. And then finally, zone 6. And we have a broken head here on zone 6. See, it's coming out the bottom as well as the top. Shouldn't be doing that. This is a controller for the pool. We've currently got the whole pool system running. We're going to put the blower on, and that's activated. It's running. Now we're going to put speed up. It's got low speed and high speed. We're on low speed at the moment. I'm going to put it on high speed. Everything else should be on. Check that we got heating at the... I've had the heating on the pool, but to be frank, it's not going to heat it up enough. It's 9 degrees centigrade, so let's get that in Fahrenheit. Yeah, so it's 49 degrees. Ambient temperature outside is 60, so that's quite cold. But the tub has been heated to 98, 99, so that's nice and hot. That's working. The sweep, the pool sweep, didn't operate. I've tried to operate it and it didn't operate. The light came on, you can see the light at the far end there, and that's operating. And the pool equipment, here, I've run it through its paces. My main concern are leaks, and I've not been able to find any. Oh yeah, we have got one. There we go. We have a leak at the pump here. It's quite a big leak, and that will need to be fixed. We're going to be losing a lot of water from it. So a leak at the pump. This is the heater. And it's heating nicely. But the I can see why the pool's not heated up. You can see here that the valve to it is turned off. I'm not going to turn it on. It will take days to warm this pool up. There's little point. We know this is working, and I know that this is operational, but it's a servo and it's electrically managed, and I'm not going to turn it without actually having the right equipment. And I don't necessarily know that I have the right controls to turn that on. I tried to put it on, but it's going to need servicing anyway because there's a leak on the pool equipment.
And what about the air conditioning? Is it okay?
The air conditioning wasn't run because it's too cold. The heating worked perfectly. The air conditioning is set up correctly. It's all air, but it's got to get above 60 for it to run. But keeping with the pool here, these are the wrong drain covers. These are the dangerous drain covers. They can suck you in there, yeah, so they need to be changed, and I'll put something in the report about that.
Because I think because the timing, she's going to close very quickly, she's closing on the 8th, maybe before that, we're probably going to get a check.
Yeah, and
they don't live here, so...
It's very common for this type of drain to be in place. It's nothing for the people, the pool people, to swap it out. It really is quite straightforward. The light works, but the only thing is things like this growing around the side of the pool is not good. As I say, it expirates moisture from the ground, and as that means that, say in this area here, because it's open and this area here is closed, it will remain quite damp here, but here it's going to get dry, and that can cause those problems.
Why is it going to get dry?
Because the plant consumes water. That's all. The plant consumes water, and quite a lot of water. You know, they've got a big leaf here. There's a lot of water in that leaf. Yeah. Yeah. Well, just don't let them get too big. If you can control them and you don't let them big. Yeah. Wow.
But we take the leaf off.
Yeah.
And then those you can cut the tips, it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Because when we play,
You play by ball, you walk into it, it cuts you.
we take them and then now we like to have a trunk and a trunk and a trunk and a trunk and then with only the head. It looks like it's pretty cool. But